Items trapped in the doors cause delays. Please keep your long thing clear of the doors. Look, this sign can't stop me because I can't read. Hi again, guys, and welcome back to Bad Decision Making. The poor choice I'm making today is going on r/don't put your willy in that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Some people are just so deliriously horny, they start to see a future girlfriend in every hole they look at. They seriously hallucinate an entire person attached to it. It's kind of messed up. I'm gonna be up front, and before you ask, I can't show it here, but yes, the top post for the last year is that bowling pin gif. You know the one I'm talking about. This is somehow the first time I've seen it in its entirety, and I can't believe they made bowling pin cum inflation a real term. If you enjoy this vid, there'll be this big card at the end that takes you to another one like it. And did you know only 18% of you are subscribed with notifications on? Please subscribe and hit the bell. It takes like 2 seconds, it's absolutely free, and it makes me feel like the bowling pin in that gif when you do. Plus, you can always change your mind if you decide you hate me, which you probably do after everything I just said. This deep-fried burger explodes with cheese when you take a bite. The day I bite a burger and it nut in my mouth, I'm shooting up the block. The hard eyes in the original caption makes it seem like whoever wrote it is really into that shit. They just want more foods to shoot goo in their mouth. Yeah, that's a straight-up circumcision machine. You know what they say, no job is safe from automation. Parents who want to cut off a part of their baby's dicks have been looking for cheaper alternatives than going to the doctor, and now they found it. I have no idea what that thing could possibly be. At first, I thought it was like a really big geode, but then, you know, it started throbbing and then it squirted. I love how the two dudes leaned in to look closer. They saw the bubble welling up under the surface and were like, huh, I wonder if anything's about to come out of that hole. I should put my face right in front of it to see. Bruh, look at that tongue go. The slobber potential is crazy on this. Is this why furries are so into getting fucked by dragons? I don't even know what to say about this. I'm trying to think of a good innuendo, but none of the ones that are coming to mind right now are that middle ground of really depraved, yet vanilla enough to be made this early in the video. They all just kind of come back around to cum inflation. The thing's cheeks is bulging from that. While we're talking about, I don't know, liquid, I guess, there's no good segue here. G Fuel is having their Memorial Day buy one, get one free sale. Go to my first link in the description to check it out. They've got a lot of flavors to choose from. I would personally recommend these two. That's the Tetris Blast and the Sonic Peach Rings flavor. I have these a lot and they really just get me cracked out in the morning. If I'm being honest, the Sonic tub is completely empty. It's basically a prop right now because I ran out of it really fast. Funny, if you guys have been meaning to try G Fuel and want to help out the channel, now is a great opportunity. The sale goes until May 31st. That's this Tuesday, so if you want some, you gotta move fast. Your username dictates your death. How do you die? And Dick in a Toaster is a bit sad about that. This is surprisingly not the best joke I've heard about dying by toaster. People who make these things have to be doing it on purpose. And I seriously have to wonder if it drives sales. Are more people buying this product because they want to see if it works for something other than what it's advertised for? I'm hard-pressed to believe they chose to use pink liquid by pure chance. Seems more likely that they were trying to make you think of something very specific. Here we have Plank from Ed, Edd, and Eddy in a hole carved out to represent a mouth, and some lipstick around that. God. I know you're supposed to use protection as a given, but to stay safe while making love to Plank, you're gonna need to keep your little man wrapped in plated armor. Knit yourself a little chainmail condom. Even then, splinters could still get inside the crack, so you're taking a risk. Jokes like these in cartoons make me remember that every piece of kids' media was made by an adult, and those adults had to entertain themselves somehow. A kid seeing this in an episode is not gonna know what this is implying until they're old enough for it to not matter, I hope. But in the meantime between that, the animators get to shit their pants laughing over it. I wonder if George Lucas thought the same way, because going back to Attack of the Clones, I did not know it was this obvious. Now, of course, I'm just joking. That's simply meant to be architecture carved into stone for aesthetic purposes. It's meant to look alien, and I even know the weird-looking real-life rocks they used as inspiration. I just jumped through that window 30 minutes ago. I'm really trying to figure out the scenario that would lead to this setup happening at all. You would have to just barely crack your windows open to let the very ends of your curtain folds flap in the wind. I'm not judging the person who those curtains belong to. It just feels like some things randomly happen in the world specifically to be posted to niche subreddits. I promise, I made this accidentally, and it's just a very innocent looking loaf of bread. Nothing weird about this. Is this one of those reuse your yeast infection recipes? And would you believe me if I said I've seen more than one? I see what they were going for, showing that the condom won't break even when the schmeat inside of it does, and that should tell me it's safe and durable, but all I can think about is my schmeat getting cut up. It could be useful if you decide to fuck a pencil sharpener, I guess. Andromeda Galaxy in inverted color. Oh my lord. You remember when Kendrick said he wished his dick was as big as the Eiffel Tower? Yeah, that was for this. I know the pansexuals are attracted to frying pans joke has been beaten to death and then further beaten into a pile of fleshy mush over the last few years, but even a dead horse's corpse can let out a few more quality whimpers. And I would argue finding a video of a dude just bare hand folding a pan into a vaguely tube-like shape, a clip that works weirdly perfectly for a joke as specific as the one in this video, is one of those whimpers. I don't care how horny you are. This is just a genius title. Dad joke wordplay on multiple levels. Horny as in sex, horny as in getting stabbed, and horny as in a brass instrument. Earl Sweatshirt bar right there. And look, I know saxophones are technically woodwinds, but if you know the difference, then you're a fucking nerd, so I don't care what you say. Give me your fucking lunch money, kid! It really looks like a metal sarlacc pit, and because that's the part of the sarlacc it eats with, it is appropriate to ask, what that mouth do? It's like I said, these marketers know exactly what they're doing. They pretty much lubed the thing up before demonstrating how to use it. You can see this eyes go bloodshot as he struggles to process the shit he just saw. That being said, I'm not really a fan of red wine. If I can help it, I try to get a cheap Pinot Grigio. If I had a coochie, I'd let the homies hit. You gotta ask though, so what's the holdup? Nothing is. I let them hit. Speaking of which, guys, Pride Month is next week, so if you got any homophobic jokes to make about me, you better get them out quick. Come June, there is gonna be an absolute zero tolerance policy. If you get caught being straight, you will be atomized on the spot. It's Joe Biden's America, not mine. I don't make the law, I just follow it. A lot more people are going to be happy with that outcome than you'd think. Or maybe you already know how many people would like it, considering who you're watching on YouTube, you naughty bastard. When you try to bake a rainbow cake and it ends up looking like a unicorn's ass. I would say it specifically looks like a unicorn's prolapsed ass. We imagine unicorns as colorful and rainbow-like, and that cake is a bit too brown for what I imagine a normal unicorn to look like, which implies it's covered in shit. And the inside of a butthole is the area with poo on it, and the center of this cake is rainbow, which leads to the conclusion that this asshole is inside out.
This is the invention of winter peeing aids for us men. The design is very human. Put it into the iron ring when peeing. It will automatically turn on the heating function. Let us feel warm when we pee in winter. Very easy to use.
I was a bit skeptical at first, but when they described the design as very human, I was really reassured it was safe to use as a cock warmer. Half the products we've seen today are people hearing the names of sex hacks and then taking them as literally as possible. Keep back from the platform edge or you may get sucked off. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I'll never pass up a good chance to get brutally killed. Everybody says they have a price they'd suck dick for, but how much would you have to be paid to put your wiener inside of that as it's melting? You know when it closes off, you are going to be completely smooth down there. But you could arguably charge a lot for getting it chopped off. It'll hurt a lot too, but probably only for a second, because the heat from the molten steel will cauterize your nerve endings so they can't feel anything anymore. My girlfriend opened a can of Pepsi with her teeth, then gnawed off the top. What the fuck? Dude, your girl has the bite force of a crocodile. You're dating a crocodile. She's chewing through metal. I don't care if it's aluminum. That's at least 3,000 psi. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. If it was a smooth puncture, it could have been a kind of oddly satisfying video, which give me boners for reasons completely unrelated to sex. And at that point, it's like, well, I'm hard, and this Nutella jar that gave me a boner for non-sexual reasons is right here, so I might as well. P.S. This is a praying mantis. Yeah, don't have sex with it. It will eat you after. Oh, good call. It was looking at me all seductive-like. That's how they get you. I know some of you would be telling me to hear you out in this situation, and I'm not going to. In fact, I'm going to wrap this video up here so you don't get the chance. That card I mentioned should be on screen. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and hit the bell, or I will literally cry. Remember that the G Fuel buy one get one sale goes on till Tuesday. First link in the description. Don't go after anyone I talked about in today's video because that's cringe. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see you guys next time.